Alzheimer's disease is the most common neurodegenerative disease, with an estimated 30 million people affected worldwide. The disease causes a person's thinking and memory to deteriorate due to an irreversible loss of brain cells. This is caused by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. The neurodegeneration begins in a small region of the brain and then progresses throughout the entire brain. There is no specific marker to confirm a diagnosis with 100% certainty. However, a combination of brain imaging and clinical assessments can be done to assess memory impairment and progression.
If you are concerned that you or your loved one might have symptoms of dementia, the Alzheimer's Society has developed a list of warning signs to look for. These include memory loss affecting day-to-day activities, difficulty performing familiar tasks, problems with language, disorientation in time and space, impaired judgment, problems with abstract thinking, misplacing things, changes in mood or behavior, changes in personality, or loss of initiative. If you are concerned about any of these signs, you should make an appointment with your doctor. At this appointment, or at a subsequent appointment, your physician may also conduct a memory test in the office or refer you to a specialist for more advanced memory screening tools. The Alzheimer's Society of Canada provides an excellent checklist on their website to help you prepare for this doctor's visit. Early diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease is important, and knowing what you face helps with planning, medical treatment, and the support you may need. It also helps your family prepare for the future. If you wish to find out more information on Alzheimer's disease, please talk to someone like me, your family physician. We are here to help.
There are 3 stages that one will go through with Alzheimer's disease. While in the first stage, one might experience short-term memory loss accompanied by emotional outbursts and mood changes. The second stage shows long-term memory loss. They also may have trouble with simple activities and decision-making. The last stage of this disease results in those affected being no longer able to care for themselves. They lose many of their basic abilities, and this can be very hard for those suffering from the disease and their loved ones. The need for constant care can have a large impact on those caring for someone with Alzheimer's disease, both emotionally and financially. Many caretakers struggle to have time to help the affected individual while keeping up with other responsibilities such as family or their job. This results in many caretakers looking into care homes specifically designed for people suffering from Alzheimer's disease.
The most difficult part has been being my mother who was in a home during the wartime, who would always said to us, please don't let me end up in a home as an adult, and here she is. It makes me feel sad, it makes me feel like I've failed her. I would give anything that she wasn't in this situation. But I had no choice but to put her in a home because I was on my own with 3 kids. I had no help from my sister or my dad, and I had no choice, as hard as it was, to put her in the care of someone else. I visit my mom at least 3 or 4 times a week. I talk to her as if she can hear me and understand what I'm saying. I tell her about what my kids are up to, tell her what I'm up to, and I hold her hand, hug her, and just hope she realizes how much I care for her.
There is still no known cure for Alzheimer's disease. However, there are ways to best care for both the individual diagnosed with the disease and yourself. When helping someone with Alzheimer's disease, they may get worried or frustrated with what you are doing. It is important to let them know what is happening around them with clear, easy-to-follow communication. Along with this, one should allow the person to be as involved as they can be in terms of the decisions that need to be made concerning them. This will allow the person to feel as though they still have some control in their life. It can be very difficult to watch someone suffer. This can also be even harder when you are responsible for caring for them. They may seem like a completely different person to you, but it is important to remember that they still need your support, even if they resist it. Despite caring for someone else, you must also continue to take care of yourself. It is important to know that no one is to blame for the progression of the disease and that you should utilize any support you can get from the people around you. There may come a point in the progression of the disease when it becomes too overwhelming to care for someone alone, and many find it necessary to take their loved one to a facility. Studies have shown that after caregivers choose to do this, it can lessen the burden they feel and can allow their mental state to improve. There are many resources available if you are suffering. Please remember, you are not alone.